Anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself there. James, what did you make? Donald Trump is there. They're all coming to see him.
It's a wonderful metaphor, isn't it? Because one of the first events that Donald Trump attends overseas, not yet the president, I mean, the current president was asleep in Africa yes. At that African Congress meeting, and the vice president currently is just making drunken videos. But Trump's first overseas trip is for the restoration of a magnificent church.
It's
and
perfect.
I think the symbolism is quite profound there. Yeah. And of course, Trump is already telling Hamas they need to get their house sorted, get the hostages released, otherwise all hell will be loosed. He'll meet with Zelensky while he's in Paris. So Trump is already behaving not just like the president, but the leader of the free world. You've got Justin Trudeau rushed to Mar-a-Lago the other day to meet with Trump just to try and sort things out on the northern border with threat of tariffs being hanging over his head.
I did love Donald Trump's response when it came to Justin Trudeau. Apparently, part of the discussion that got leaked by people who were present at the table was Trudeau was complaining about these tariffs, and Trump said, well, if you can't handle something this minor, perhaps Canada should become the 51st state of the US. And
which sent them all in their crazy land, the lefties.
Yeah, and you can be Governor Trudeau. You can be the governor of this latest state. And then he posted a meme of himself looking supposedly at Canada, an II image. And again, that sent the leftist media into a spin. But you know what? All the hysteria, all the...
There it is. What a great shot. That's so good.
None of it matters anymore. No one is listening to the hysterical leftist media other than their diminishing little circle of, echo chamber dwellers. The rest of the country, and the election showed that, because the coverage of Trump was overwhelmingly negative. 90% plus of the coverage of Trump was negative, and yet in the end, it didn't have the impact it would have had in previous elections. People have stopped listening. They have cried wolf too many times.
Absolutely.
And they just don't believe them anymore.
There's a massive message here for Australia, and every Australian business person in particular, but every Australian has to realise that our coming election, which will be before May, could be as early as February, our coming election will either set Australia up to be right there as part of that renaissance of the West with the coalition government in place, on side with the Trump agenda, or we'll be like Luddites stuck in the kind of dark ages of the past. If we re-elect the Teals, the Greens and Labor, we are forcing this country to be shackled to the past, to be separated from the great renaissance of the West that is occurring. We will be complete idiots. We will be floundering in our woke little cesspit of left-wing ideology. This is a really critical moment for Australia, and we've got to start thinking of it in those terms, James.